Hello, this is Ruth Med, the Executive Chair of Women on Boards, with the vacancy wrap for the week ending the 8th of August. So hello everyone. Statistics first of all, new vacancies in Australia, 28 new ones and 412 in total, which does include a good number of scholarships, which I'll talk about later. And on the UK board, 52 new vacancies and 825 in total. For the Australian vacancies, the majority are paid, but today my topics for you are not-for-profit boards, some of which pay, but a lot of them don't. Indigenous corporations, which are a very interesting sector that we get quite a number of postings for, and scholarships. So let's begin with not-for-profits. First up, West Australia, the Wheatbelt NRM. That's Natural Resource Management. Closes on the 16th of August. They're looking for business operations, stakeholder engagement, finance and governance. And I think they do pay something for their directors. So that's the first one. You do need to be based in West Australia, logically, for that. Next up, 23033, Relationships Australia, the Queensland arm of that organisation. They're looking for governance, social care services, change leadership. And they support people in different sort of stages of difficulties with personal relationships, etc., etc. Very worthy organisation, been around for many years. Next up, another very worthy organisation, YWCA. The Australia board is looking for directors, and also they're looking for a chair of their nominations committee. They close on the 22nd of August for the board and the 13th of August. Oh, sorry, the 22nd of August for both of those. That's a very innovative organisation. If you're a younger person, might I suggest you might want to consider the YWCA board, although anyone's eligible to put their hand up, but it really does focus on assisting young women with leadership and development programs, as well as running businesses such as their hostels, hotels around Australia. So that's the YWCA. Next up, I know quite a number of WOB members are interested in international development, and we get a few of these vacancies each year. And this time we've got Australian Volunteers International, closes on the 13th of August. And they're looking for governance, risk management, international development expertise, change, leadership, and strategy. So if international development is an interest, I can highly recommend that organisation. And two more, 22988, which is a hospital foundation in Queensland. These are really interesting bodies if you have an interest in assisting with fundraising and supporting hospitals. So there's one in Queensland, and there's another 22987, which is not a hospital, but it's a social care organisation, Nazareth Care. And that closes on the 31st of August. So that's a cross-section of not-for-profits, and it's interesting, at this time of the year we seem to get lots of not-for-profit postings, whereas the some of the government series of vacancies that we get, such as agricultural type entities, seem to have come to the end of their recruitment cycle. So it's quite interesting to see the ebbs and flows on the jobs board. Now, next up, Indigenous corporations. We get these throughout the year. They're paid roles almost exclusively, and they're usually located in obscure or distant parts of Australia, I should say. They're not obscure, they're distant. And they're usually a result of native title considerations. So we've got two on this occasion, 23016, Iwamian Aboriginal Corporation. Now, these bodies usually assist their local communities. They've got business plans for developing the communities, and they usually run businesses. So they're quite interesting, but they are quite challenging. This particular one is looking for the full suite of governance skills: accounting, governance, human resources, marketing, and tourism. So if you're interested in that, do get in touch with the contact person and see if you're the person for them. The next one is Yindibandi Community and Commercial Limited in Western Australia. It closes on the 20th of August. And once again, they're looking for governance skills, financial oversight, governance, business development, and you need to know something about Indigenous affairs so that you have some empathy, sympathy, understanding of their customer base, which is Aboriginals in a particular part of Australia. So that's 2 Indigenous corporations. There's usually 1 or 2 of those on our jobs board, so keep an eye out. They pay modestly well, and they cover travel costs. Of course, some of the meetings are by Zoom, but you are expected to turn up to the location. So if you want to see Australia, join the board of an Indigenous corporation. Finally, scholarships. We get scholarships posted on our website regularly, but each year the Australian Scholarships Foundation, which is a very worthy organisation that's been around for many years and basically sources scholarships or sources educational opportunities which they offer as scholarships. And this year they're doing their usual collaboration with the Institute of Company Directors, offering 200 scholarships to the Foundations of Governance program. You do need to be associated with a not-for-profit. The website's very good. The ASF website is very good and will tell you what the rules are, but there's 200 scholarships on offer and they're all around Australia, so something for everyone. So please consider this as an opportunity to get some professional development. So that's my list of vacancies for the week, and I always try and finish with a tip or a homily of some sort. And this week I'm just mentioning that WOB is very keen on art sponsorship, and in fact our latest sponsorship activity is the Mission Beach Arts Centre in far north Queensland in conjunction with Charlie's Chocolates. We're joint sponsors, and their launch is this Friday evening. And I know most of you won't get to far north Queensland, including myself, who was meant to be opening the exhibition. But the pictures will be on our website in the next week or so you can have a look, and also have a look at the artwork that Charlie's commissioned for its new packaging series from a really very well-known far north Queensland artist. So please keep a lookout for that. It does matter that WOB and other organisations support the community in the ways they can, and generally, just as you join a not-for-profit that you're interested in the subject matter, often the sponsorships that organisations like ours offer are related to the things that we are interested in. And my final tip, I mentioned last week about CVs, and I mentioned the look, which was related to Coco Chanel Little Black Dress, released in 1926, a timeless matter. So this week, once again, to reinforce, when you do a board CV, keep it clean. No smart panels and bold colours that can distract the readers. And get to the heart of your proposition and be very clear about what you've got to offer and concise. And remember, the people that read your CV may not know a whole lot about space engineering, for example, so it's up to you to be able to express your achievements in that field in a concise way. So, okay, that's the list of vacancies for this week: not-for-profits, Indigenous corporations, and scholarships. So please have a look on the website and consider applying for some of those roles. They're interesting, fulfilling, and you'll learn quite a lot about being a director. So thank you very much, and I shall appear in a couple more weeks with more interesting vacancies. Cheerio.